Because during the pandemic, people were exposed. When people's barbers weren't available,
I snorted.
certain people were exposed that they have regular dye jobs because the greys that were coming out, I didn't even know men dyed their beard until the pandemic. When I saw Kevin Hart come out with a full grey beard, I said, "Oh, guy,
how old are you?
is everything okay?" Even the guy that cannot be named because he's in jail. Grey everywhere.
You're lying.
Grey everywhere. I said the pandemic is just exploding. So this is what you look like if you didn't have money. I love doing that, you know. I like seeing celebrities.
The raw
so this is what you look like if you didn't have money.
This is the raw you.
This is what you look like.
We're getting embellishment.
This is what you look like when you're on our level. When we're all brought down to the same level. The pandemic brought us all down. It brought us. It leveled the playing field.
We're all together, guys. It's my third time doing it.
It's fine. Hello. Yeah, because the first time you did it, I was literally mid-chew. And then my mouth is dry. I ain't had water today.
Sure there's cookies stuck in your teeth
there
all out. I know, because whenever I eat them, I'm like...
I sometimes save it because it's like a treat.
100%.
After.
We're gross.
I know.
Hi, welcome to We Just Got Here.
Hi. It's Angel, Gabriel and Tia today.
She looks so cute.
I came dressed as a milkmaid, but because I'm sitting down, it looks like I'm just wearing one big white gown. I promise you I'm not Angel Gabriel. I just tried a thing.
From this side of the room, she does kind of look like a Greek goddess.
Thank you. That's one way to put it. I think I look like Angel Gabriel.
You ain't never seen him? I didn't have to do that. Why did I do that?
Okay.
Why did I do that? That was so unnecessary.
Well, you're showing yourself now. You're showing your real character. And how do you know I haven't seen Angel Gabriel?
You might have.
Now what?
Nothing.
Exactly. So you didn't have to say it in the first place because it just led us nowhere.
Anyway, guys, welcome to We Just Got Here. She's actually great. Thank you.
Sorry.
She's actually my best friend. If you lot didn't know, but I'm sure you do by now.
Please, before you comment the thing. Oh my God, that black girl has such an attitude.
She actually my best friend. She's been my best friend for
calm
like.
Down.
I want to say 22 years, but I might be lying.
I might actually know. Am I your best friend after this week? Do you still hold that title?
Okay, so let me go into my winning of the week since you want to be chatting
Do
shit.
you hold that title?
So guys, actually, yeah, so I've got two things. Let me start with my L of the week before my win of the week so we can go into this.
All right, go on then.
So my L of the week, I went to a theatre production. I think it's called The Lady of Lang Lang. I can't remember what it's called. It was in the Theatre Royal Stratford East. And it is actually a good play. What I will say, and I've said it before in the privacy of my own home around my friends. I'm so tired of slave plays.
Everyday slavery.
I just need better, more diverse Black stories.
To be fair, I'm dressed like I'm in a slave play today.
Okay. I'm too light-skinned to answer that.
Yeah, you keep quiet. But if I had a haggard boot and the apron, I'd definitely be giving slave play.
Too light-skinned to speak. I can't speak on that.
I'm just so glad you know your place. This podcast will be successful. Because you
can't say a word on
that's great. That's fine. I've said the joke.
But actually, now that you mention it, so the play is essentially the story of, I got there late, but the story of a house slave and how the house slave essentially takes pride in being a house slave and doing the things that house slaves do, just to work her way up to being the confidant of the master of the house or the mistress of the house, should I say. In order to be freed. And in this, you find out that there's another slave who is her daughter, but she's just never accepted as her daughter because she's just hardened her heart to everything because she wants to be seen as a confidant of the mistress so much that because she's felt so much pain and seen so much death from people who've tried to be rebellious. yeah, she hardens her heart, and eventually there is a rebellion, and she realizes she'll never be freed. Working, selling out people to be a confidant doesn't work, and that was it. And again, good play for all intensive purposes to watch. I'm just tired of the slave stories. Or give us another take.
Give us something.
Like, how many slave plays can one see?
Even the slave films, how many stories must we know?
It's like they're actually history books. If we want, there are actually
history books.
We dramatize this situation so we know
there's more black stories to tell beyond slavery.
And every time I'm greeted with it, I'm just again like, oh.
Like I would love a play or a film about how like the Windrush generation built up the NHS.
Yes.
Tell me about that. Tell me about the black nurses. Tell me something.
Look, I want to know the story of the first black nurse, or like the first person that came and worked on the black person that came and worked on the railways.
Get that?
Or even the journey from the Caribbean, like when they were sitting on those boats for like 2 weeks. All the success and all the complex stories that happened in that journey. I want to know that.
I want a little Titanic type of love story on one of them ships.
Yeah.
Where it doesn't sink there.
Or where when they come to England, they go their separate ways. And
and then they reunite like after like 50 years.
Yep.
And like they're both like widows and what do you call men? Widowers.
Widowers, yeah.
Yeah, and they like rekindle their love. And then they die in each other's arms at the end.
Yes. That's what we want to see. Complex stories about black love. Please,
come and tell me we know about slavery.
Okay, so that was my L of the week because I was like, again, good play, just tired of the stories. But win of the week. And you know, it's a trending topic right now. Your girl gotta see Usher. Usher, baby. Usher.
At what cost?
All right, so guys, I've got a story, right? So a year ago, I bought 2 tickets to go and see Usher. I didn't know his name is pronounced like that. Anyway, look at your face. Anyway, so I bought 2 tickets to see Usher. And for some reason, I believe Stephanie had bought her ticket for her and her friend. So I thought Stephanie had bought 2 tickets, right? So cool. On the day, fast forward a year later, Stephanie, your face. Fast forward a year later, I've got these 2 tickets, and then my partner decides he doesn't want to go, or I felt like my partner didn't want to go, so I had this ticket. Now I'm not one to be great at selling things last minute. So I just was like, well, I don't know where this ticket is going. Don't know where this ticket was going. So me and my partner had a conversation and he was like, okay, cool. I'll come. If you can't sell the ticket, I'll come. Said, all right, cool. When I was getting ready, turns out he was in the mood. He didn't come. Fine. So me had to, in my social anxiety bag, had to decide to trot along to go to Usher by myself on my lonesomes. Which worked because I was running a bit late. It meant I avoided the crowds. But little did I know that my best friend had indeed not bought a ticket. And so the next day after I had a great time by myself, and I'm loving that for me. I'm loving going to concerts by myself. I really enjoyed that. Anywho, because I used to do that and then I stopped. But sorry. Anywho, if I could kill. I sent Steph a post the following day about Usher. And she was like, oh, you know it's Soca. Because why weren't we there? I said, why weren't who where? Because so actually I called her straight away. I said, oh, baby, you sound like you don't have a ticket. What you talking about? Turns out she don't. And by the way, my ticket, the £150 that was spent on that ticket kind of went down the sad old drain as I stood in those seats by myself. Oopsie. Moral of the story is, yeah, me and Steph obviously don't communicate enough during the week.
You're just a terrible friend because I told you that I missed out on tickets because I got kicked out of the queue.
No, a year ago.
Okay.
Was I supposed to remember that.
Yes, remember it, Christiana, if you have a spare ticket. Oh, yeah. Steph didn't manage to get a ticket.
I thought Steph had a ticket.
Let me see if she would like to go.
I was
Even
convinced.
if before I had a ticket, maybe, Steph, are you going to Usher today?
But I knew you were going to Usher.
No, you did not know because I didn't go. So you clearly didn't know nothing. Say what you didn't know my favourite colour, Christiana.
Green.
No, now you know because I had to tell you.
You were wearing black for 15 years of your life. What
It
do you
doesn't
want me
matter.
to do?
Ask questions. You see, this is what I mean. You don't ask questions. You assume. They will be like, I'm your best friend. Best friend where? My cats know more about me.
Can I say? I did say
My
we need
colleagues know more about me than you.
I did say we need to communicate more.
No, you
obviously
need
don't
to communicate more. Because you don't ask no damn questions. You be calling me, this happened to me. Ask some damn questions, Christiana.
How was your day, babe?
Don't ask me no fucking question now. It don't count. Usher has come and gone.
And he performed.
I think you're literally digging your grave deeper. And I am about to go home and quit this damn podcast.
I love you.
Don't
every
even
day
touch
you
me.
threaten to.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Because if this podcast is built on our friendship right now, it ain't looking too good.
Because I thought you had got your ticket.
Why do you just assume things?
Fair.
When have you ever been good at assuming? What has ever happened? What has happened in your life where you have assumed and it has gone well?
No, you know what? You ate with that.
Why are you assuming?
You got your shit.
What? Yeah. What I will say is, judging by the view from your stories, it weren't good seats anyway, so it's fine because you were all the way up there. I should look like this. I should look like an
Let me tell you, I was on the steepest.
You on the
of
ceiling.
hills at the
You
back.
were there, so
100%.
it's fine. If it was good seats, I'll be even more paid. When I actually went to go see your story, I was like, "Oh, child, wouldn't be able to see anything anyway."
No, I was
It
so
would have been
high up.
shits and gigs all over again.
Apparently, 100%. It was up there.
Yeah,
Probably, I think higher. That's a joke.
that one was high. As in, if we had leaned forward, we would tumble down into the main
No,
stage.
but that's where I was. I think I'm one seat from the back. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
I saw it. I said, you're
I'm not
on the
gonna
ceiling.
lie,
You
I
can
was.
see where the harness is hanging from.
And apparently, when you get them tickets, it says, do not get these tickets if you have vertigo. It's like there's a health and safety whatever in it. So when I walked up, I said, oh, I could die.
No,
I could
that's
die.
how I felt at Shits and Gigs. I'm like, if I was to trip up the stairs, I would actually tumble down the entire arena and land on the main stage, broken and crumpled and dead. Like,
Origami.
I would literally ruin the show for the amount of casualties that I will cause on my way down. The next I will break. The next I will break tumbling that Kusana. Then I said I'll have to shut down the arena.
I really thought this while I was up there. I said, I could just, if I was to collapse now.
Not even one small mistake on the step, Christiana, and you're killing people on your way down.
I don't know why that O2's built like that.
Why is it? It's just, they punish you, say you want to be cheap, okay, at the cost of your life.
I might as well be a goat. You know when a goat is
Yeah. Oh no, it felt like that. Don't joke. But we were climbing up the stairs. I thought of those mountain goats. Cause I was like, how are we balancing? My legs started shaking. That's how bad it was.
The stairs are steep. They're small.
They're small.
They're small.
I can't even put my whole big foot on it. I have to like turn it to the side a bit.
Yeah, you got to
turn it to the side a bit. Gotta walk up sideways. And God help me if you're wearing a heel. You're wearing a heel.
You walk out there like a mountain goat.
You have to walk out there like a mountain. Why is it like that?
Why are we moving like cattle?
If you wear
To
a
see
pointed
show.
heel on them stairs, you are falling to your death.
To see show.
To see show.
Definitely.
You know, we're there like...
And the fact is, you know me, because you know sometimes I zone out when
Yeah.
I see wealth. So I saw the girl sitting in the
Of
little
course you
seat.
did.
I said,
I know, because I always find... One thing about Christiana, I always find the VIP section. And it's always when we're poor and we know we have shit seats. This girl will zoom in and find that little pit, that little VIP pit. That's where Christiana will be eyeing.
100%. And you know that there's at least 10 minutes. I'm zoned in.
There was one time I went to a Kendrick Lamar concert. We were all the way back because I found the pit and then found someone to fixate on. I was triggered for the whole concert.
This babe, I still remember her to this day. Stephanie, I'm sure we were like 19.
Yeah.
This babe is still stuck in my
do? How did she get there? Bear in mind, we had free tickets because we got it from work. And that still weren't enough for this babe. She said, but that pit, how do we get to that pit?
And you know the joke? When I was doing Mountain Goat in there too, what was it? Thursday, whenever I went. When I was doing Mountain Goat, it's the same babe from Kendrick Lamar
that you remembered.
I said!
When you were there walking up sideways to a stair. You're not, in fact, you're further back. You've actually regressed.
I regressed.
You've moved further back in the arena. Christiana, when I saw, after coming off the photo, I went to go finally watch a story. I said, this went down to write home about. Usher looked like an ad.
It's poverty.
Usher looked like an ad.
Stephanie, can you imagine the conflict?
Did you even see that he was wearing roller skates? You just thought he was gliding across the stage. You probably was so far back you couldn't even see.
Screen I had to look at.
That's the worst, you know. When your ticket is so bad. When your seats are so bad, you have to watch it from the screen because you can't even see them, man. I couldn't even see where they appeared from. I didn't even see where they appeared from. I just saw them on stage. Everyone was cheering. I was like, where are they? I can't see anything. I can't see nothing.
Oh my God.
I legit had to watch them from the screen. You know, you can always
when Ellis came on, we were like, what's the And then sometimes it takes a while for the camera to...
The camera lags a bit, so by the time everyone's finished cheering, that's what you see. What happens? And you can always tell when someone has bad seats here at a concert on their Instagram stories when they're filming the screen. Or when they zoom into the stage, it's bare blurry. I'm like, you are all the way back.
It's bad.
It's bad. Poverty is a sin. Poverty is a sin.
Oh, God,
my word.
God, I've seen what you've
done for others.
But
when I say donate to buy me a coffee and subscribe, you lot don't listen. You lot don't listen. You think I'm doing it for fun? You think I'm doing it for fun?
Look at the state.
Look at the state. We're climbing up arenas like Mountain Goat sideways on the stairs to go to the back hall.
And the thing is, when I first got in, it was like, there was one black lady next to me. It was great, fantastic. She was doing her own thing. Then, turns out she was in the wrong seat. 3 women who don't have the best social awareness when they're drinking came next to me.
In that,
as I'm standing as a Mountain Goat. So I'm now here. There's 2 girls sitting next to me, well, standing next to me, and they've taken one of my seats. So I'm just like this, doing dance.
In that.
But what I will say, he fine as hell. And it reminds me that we are aging like fine wine. Like the generation above us and us, aging like fine wine. Zaddy.
It's sorry though, but we also must factor in money for him. Because during the pandemic, people were exposed. When people's barbers weren't available,
I snorted.
Certain people were exposed that they have regular dye jobs. Because the greys that were coming out, I didn't even know men dyed their beard until the pandemic. When I saw Kevin Hart come out with a full grey beard, I said, "Oh God,
how old are you?
Is everything okay?" Even the guy that cannot be named because he's in jail. Grey everywhere.
You're lying.
Grey everywhere. I said the pandemic is just exposed. So this is what you look like if you didn't have money. I love doing that, you know. I like seeing celebrities.
Raw state.
So this is what you look like if you didn't have money.
This is the raw you.
This is what you look like.
We're getting embellishment.
This is what you look like when you're on our level. When we're all brought down to the same level. The pandemic brought us all down. It brought us. It leveled the playing field.
We're all together, guys.
Everybody was on what is it? What's that thing? Clubhouse. Everybody. If you like be an A-list celebrity, be Jerome from down the road. Everyone was in the chats.
Clubhouse was terrible.
I made so many famous friends. Shouted on Clubhouse with Tiffany Haddish. What am I doing? Tiffany Haddish. That pandemic, I used it to social climb. Hey. I used it to rub shoulders.
Stephanie, I used it to
rub shoulders.
With Tiffany Haddish.
I went to the Clubhouse, I was using to rub shoulders with the A-listers like I was somebody. At 3, that's how I developed insomnia. Because I was busy cosplaying as an A-lister. Rubbing shoulders with the big dogs.
Oh my God.
To the point where I developed insomnia because I was working on the US time zone. Christiana.
There's no one like you.
There's nobody
There's
like
no
me.
one like
I was
you.
working on US time zone,
No, you're
Christiana.
built for success. Why wouldn't you be successful?
I
Please.
was there. I will go. I'll be on Clubhouse until about 9 a.m. Then I'll go to sleep until about like 4. Then rise up again. I go back to work. I'll be rubbing shoulders.
This is what you do.
This is what I was
Even
doing.
in private, in secret.
In pandemic, I was there shouting.
I can't do
Hella
it.
spit marks on my phone. Because you know what, yeah. Actually, no, can I speak? Let me land. Hey.
Oh my God. And there's a type of speech you have when you're on Clubhouse. And it burns my ears. Not hearing it burns my Wait, guys.
Guys. What? What? Oh God, what were we doing?
To vomit.
What were we doing?
Have class and
Because
grace.
of virus. The class.
So obviously, Usher does his little cherry things.
Mhm.
So there was one auntie who had just retired, right? And she was in her zone. She was wearing gold. Usher took the cherries. I saw the tongue do flick, 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 flick. I saw her breathing in his face.
I saw that. It
I saw
reminded me
her-
of that cat meme. No, the monkey gif where he's trying to kiss the Asian guy through the fence. You seen it?
Have I?
I'll find it for you. Like the monkey is trying to lips. When I say lips, the Asian guy through the fence, eyes closed, everything, lip quivering.
And that is because her lips
Yeah, I saw it.
quivered. And then she went down so seductively, like, and then obviously he went to put the cherries in her mouth, yada, yada, yada. Now, Stephanie, for however long, those 30 seconds, Stephanie, I was drawn to that screen. It was just me, this babe, and Usher. The world stopped around me. Nobody was there. I can't tell you how locked in I was.
It's your erotica coming to life.
I wanted to see what happened next. I can't tell you how into this I was, yeah. So much I forgot. Like when it was done, I was like, whoa, whoa, where am I? Who am I? What am I? Cool. The next day, everybody online. This made me cringe. This was so uncomfortable. Oh my God, Auntie had me fit.
Yeah, but it's the UK.
Now, you don't find a way to make stuff.
You know
feel
them. Yeah, like nothing
negative.
that makes anyone happy.
And this is the thing, it was a performance because everyone was locked in
Yeah.
when it was happening. It was a great performance. Kudos to both of them for doing that because we were all engaged. But then, again, as I said, you lot have me thinking I'm Quagmire because I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
No, you're not miserable. You're not miserable. I watched the video. I was like, yeah, fine. Like,
was so
we've seen what he does in the US tour. Like, you guys are not new to this. If anything, that's what motivated all of you to go buy the fucking tickets to the point where I could get one. So why are you now shocked?
And acting repulse.
Oh my God, that's this guy. That's okay. You continue to be a plank. Like, would you want, like, oh God.
And also, there's the thing about, again, as I say, I hate when people are like, oh, when you get older, you can't be sexy, can't have fun.
That's
Just
you, boy.
shut up, man. Sorry.
I'm having a time over here.
But this made me think about aging gracefully.
Can I speak about my week?
Oh, sorry. Oh, my God.
Yeah, thank you. You see, you're just...
Oh, my God.
Guys, if you see a statement, a screenshot of my notes section with a statement saying I'm gone, you know why. Because I've had enough, quite frankly.
I love you.
No,
you
were about to go into the main topic, and these lot have sat here listening to you talk about Usher for 20 minutes.
Sorry.
What if they're thinking, how's Steph?
They are thinking how, Steph?
Are they?
Yes, they
Okay.
are. They love you as much as I do.
Well, we don't know about that.
How was your week, baby?
You didn't have to do that. Anyway. Let's start with I can't even remember. I've been so busy shouting here. No, actually, no. My L of the week is that I didn't get to see Usher. Because somebody decided to assume. Every day assuming, but knowing nothing. When will you get tired of yourself?
I was so sad. I was so sad to be alone as well at first.
And you didn't think to ask anybody. Well, you probably did ask someone, but that person went anyway. So that's why you didn't ask me.
No, that's not why I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you because
Did you
were
ask
going.
them?
Yeah.
That confirms me everything I need to know.
Can I just say, right? I feel like me and you had this discussion about Usher when it happened. Me and her hadn't had this discussion. Why am I defending it like
But
she's
in
my
the
baby
nicest
mum?
way, if we had a discussion, you would know that I did not get a ticket, which you did know, because I was kicked out of the queue.
But I didn't know that, and we did
You
have a discussion.
did, because you were like, you said Zoe might have a ticket. So how have you gone from not knowing to knowing?
Yeah, no. So what I'm saying is, obviously, we had the discussion. I just didn't know. At the point, a year later, no. So a year later, I didn't know. So
You didn't
forgot.
remember.
There we go.
But you didn't
Forgot.
even think to ask, but you thought to ask that person.
Yes, because I knew you were going, bro.
No, you did not know I was going because I didn't go. So
I
you
was so convinced you were going.
No, you didn't ask.
My God. And also, do you know what it was, yeah? As well, in all fairness, I think I got that confused with the Axel show.
How?
Was the Axel show in O2?
Yeah, but that's two different things.
Of course, it's two different things.
That
but
was
it's the
Indigo.
Yes, but we've had a conversation. If imagine, I thought it was O2, to be fair. Where's Indigo O2? In the O2?
Yeah, but it's Indigo. It's
No,
not the O2 arena. No, that's not a good enough excuse. But
So
it's fine.
I think I got confused then and I was like, oh yeah, she's definitely going. And yeah, you weren't.
All right, well, you had time to ask that person. That's interesting. Anyway, my end of the week is that I didn't go to see Usher, and I'm quite sad because I've been an Usher fan since I was probably too young to listen to him. Since his first album, I think it was about 10. And no. I must have been about 3 when his first album came out. But yeah, he was like one of the first artists that I actually really, really liked. I used to watch him on the cable TV. So actually, I was quite excited that I didn't get to see him. But we moved. It's okay. My W of the week is that actually I have been really fucking killing it in life lately. Work has been going well. Got some really good wins under my belt. Been mad productive, and I'm proud of myself because that's what I fucking do. So I'm gonna treat myself to something. I don't know what, but I will. And yeah, that is my W of the week. She's killing it. As usual. Sorry, I got another vintage notification. But yeah, that was my W of the week. Short and sweet. She's back. She's fire. She's working. And you're probably hearing what I'm working on.
When after seeing Usher, seeing how, you know, the rappers are looking like zaddies right now, the girls, you've got the Tracy Ellis Rosses, like everyone's just, what makes someone a baddie and zaddy?
As in a general baddie or like?
Yeah, like older, like aging gracefully, aging with gracefully, sexily in particular, actually.
I would say, I think when you get older, well, I think it's been more of a recent thing, maybe in the recent generations, you become more like health conscious. So you start to look after yourself a bit more. You're a bit more mindful of what you're putting into your body.
Okay.
You find that once you hit 30, you sign up for a random race or marathon, etc. But generally, I've noticed that a lot more people, are like getting into like fitness and being more conscious about their health, etc. I think that it generally just makes you look better. I think once because you start to look after yourself, you're more conscious about what you're putting into your body, your nutrition, your fitness, which then obviously helps with like your body, etc. So we're not like, how do I say? We're not auntifying as quickly as like, how would I say?
As older generations, maybe?
As older generations. Like I can see like a 50-year-old or 60-year-old and they'll have like a banging body.
I see people's parents now and I'm like, you look incredible.
Yeah.
Like you rave with us. Like
whereas like, I don't know what I can't remember what my grandma looks at 50. Yes, I can, because she's actually still quite young, but like she doesn't look like the 50-year-olds. She didn't look like the 50-year-olds now, if that makes sense. And obviously people have different priorities, etc. But I find that a lot more people are conscious, like especially when you get older. Like for example, like I freaking hated exercise in my like 20s, etc. Whereas now it's like more of like a hobby. And it's like me being conscious of the fact that I'm getting older and like health and like nutrition. Like I'm not like when we were teenagers when we used to go creams and like have like waffles drenched in Nutella while you weren't allowed outside. Sorry. So when I and my friends that were allowed outside used to go and have like waffles drenched in Nutella and ice cream and on top of an Oreo milkshake, like I could never do that now.
Fair.
It's either the milkshake or the waffle, and even the waffle half of that, please.
Yeah, because
And
you get
even
sick.
the milkshake small, please. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like as you get older, you become more conscious and start to look after yourself. I think that kind of shows with like how you look, how you appear in terms of like even your skin, your body, etc. Everything's a lot more tighter. So I say that makes like you a baddie or a zaddy, I would say. But I feel like it's like a more recent thing, and I think a lot more people in general are into fitness now.
Yeah. There's a lot more fitness events.
Yeah.
I feel like gyms are really, really popular.
It feels like the 80s again, which I don't know if is a good thing.
Oh yeah, because they used to...
Yeah, the aerobics, I don't know if it's a good thing, but
Why?
just because with the rise of all of that, there's also a rise of like ED, TikTok and Twitter, etc.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to get posts randomly served on my Twitter feed on the recommended section. I only save exercise videos, etc. But the fact that that's being served to me makes me very worried because some of the tweets are absolutely wild. Like I'd rather be skinny. I'd rather what is it? I'd rather die than not be skinny, or like to be skinny is life, or like I only had like 2 boiled eggs this morning. That's a secret to keep yourself satiated for the rest of the day. So excuse me. That's like, this is definitely the wrong side of TikTok.
So I found this. I made a TikTok about this actually, because when you're on Gym Talk, I don't know why Skinny Talk will find you. It will creep in. And a lot of the stuff I'm like, there's no moderate, like there's nothing about being moderate here. It's like skinny is life.
Yeah.
Skinny is this.
Whatever you do, don't get fat.
Like, and it's so harsh. Like even the way they speak about food.
Yeah.
Food is fuel. You're not meant to enjoy food.
Yeah.
Eh?
What do you mean I'm not meant to enjoy ayamache? Please.
Can
You
we
must
all
not
be
be
balanced?
Nigerian.
So yeah, I found that, and it was very, very scary how quickly you go from Gym Talk, because there's some people who might be vulnerable, just want to get fit, and now we're in eating disorder territory.
No, that's my For You page, because I use TikTok a lot for like to discover new exercises, etc. But as part of that, Skinny Talk is there. You just gotta know when to swipe.
Yeah. And that can be hard.
Yeah.
Mine, I would say, one of mine. Okay, I'm gonna admit it. Salt and pepper's growing on me.
As a seasoning.
That's a beard.
Oh, sorry. I was about to agree and say, yeah, man, slaps on steak. My bad.
I used to have a problematic relationship with greys as a whole.
Really? I've always liked a salt and pepper.
Do you like greys as grey like hair though as well?
Yeah, I don't
Either
mind
way.
it. Like even when I go grey, I'm keeping it.
So I was really, because I've started going grey already. No, but you get a 1-2 strand, yeah? I always used to pull it out.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even check. What's my own? It's getting fried anyway. We ain't gonna survive. Especially if it's in the middle of my head. And that shit's like this long. No one's gonna see it.
Also, you don't dye. You dye your hair now. So you don't see it anyway.
Well, it's barely dyed now. It's a dip dye at this point. The roots are black.
When you go back to him,
I'm scared. I was gonna rebook it, yeah, and I was like, you know what? That's why I just redid the front of my hair. I don't want to face that man because he's gonna ask me, what the fuck did you do?
I know you need treatment because you fried it. Yeah, because I remember you saying you're supposed to come back for treatment
every 6 weeks. It's been almost a year.
Well, but yeah, salt and pepper is now growing on me. It took a while, but like, it's not like, I feel like it used to be a sign of like, okay, uncle, you're turning into an uncle now. We're in uncle territory. Whereas now it's just like, No, you're 35, you're 32, and you've got
That's because
grey
you're
beard.
getting older and you're going grey. That's why. Not because you're starting to like it now. It's because you're getting older and grey. Don't think you're slick.
Why do you make me have to be so mean all the
You
time?
like it because you can't fight it.
No.
You like it because you can't fight it.
No. And I could fight it. Because people fight it. They spray, they dye their
we've
beards.
seen during the pandemic when the black hairspray wasn't available. All of a sudden, all the men were.
Do you know what? I
had
didn't
grey
know they were
beards.
doing that.
They were
On the beard
I
as
did
well.
not know you could even dye your beard onto the pandemic. I said, what is going on here?
You know, I only found out about the black spray on for the hairline the other day.
Nah, I knew about it because you see some guys when they come with fresh trim, but the hairline looks like dark and sharp. Like it's zoom.
Yeah.
Like it's like someone just used the felt tip and just but then like it can't. I remember one time it was summer. Some guy on the train on Central Line, his ting was melted and it was like black. Like it was melted. It was just like black. I even though sweat just dripping down
Does it
the side of him.
melt?
I don't know why they do that.
I mean, I get it. Because when Americans do it, they
once you bath, it's gone.
Oh.
Yeah, once you bath, it's gone.
So how do they keep it?
You don't.
Oh, so it's only fresh
It's
cut
not like a lace wig. Like, it's not like a lace. It's not like a frontal. You don't put a head back to preserve it.
No, I thought they started to preserve
once
it.
you bath, it goes.
Oh.
Yeah, once you bath,
That's
it goes.
anticlimactic.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that. Or when the one that I don't understand is when they put the white powder around the edge. What is that for? When they put the white powder.
No, I know
around
what you're
the
talking about,
liner.
but isn't that to just
Yeah, but it's white. It's not even like you use small concealer
it's actually
to make
white.
it pop a bit. It's just white powder.
Like we can see what's done here.
You can see what is done. Why is there chalk on your head? Does your barber hate you?
She said chalk. Anyway, I kind of like the black beard, like pitch black beard. But now the little grey speckle thing can run. It's nice, man. Yeah.
I don't mind
You're
it.
mature.
I've never been bothered about greys. Come get me.
Oh,
Maybe
look
because
at
I've
you.
watched people fight it for so long. I'm just like,
I think I had the opposite thing of you. Like where I saw people fight it, so it came natural.
also, I'm sitting on my skirt in an awkward position, so now my legs are just like crumpled
Like
together.
traps.
It's like creating a little havoc.
You're so
my leg
annoying.
is just hanging.
This is a me shoe though, by the way.
Yeah, it's a little statement shoe. What's
The
my
second one.
My next one. I think it's similar to actually your upcoming point, which is like you become more confident. So like I noticed that as you get older, you become more confident and like more. I think it comes from like being more sure of yourself, being less how do I say influenced by like peer pressure or like keeping up with society, and more of like being sure of yourself and what you want and stuff. And I think that even transcends into like how you express yourself, like through your style, etc. Become more confident to wear certain things. You kind of get over certain insecurities as well. I found that happened with me. That there were certain things like I wouldn't wear because I was like insecure about certain parts of my body. And then one day, I don't know, I rose up at 30. I was like, fuck it. And I haven't looked back since. So I think that kind of like makes you a baddie, a zaddy, or like when you become more confident in yourself, and that kind of shows through your style, like how you express yourself, maybe how you accessorize, or like even the things that you do, you're more outgoing, etc. You stand up for yourself more. I feel like that makes you a baddie or a zaddy.
Yeah, I think I said the same thing. When you go after the things you want to go after, I think life can give you like a proper glow. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. So, and like, I love seeing like people just be themselves online as well.
Yeah.
Like people are a bit more free. And obviously, again, internet comes with a lot more judgment, especially what I realized is certain social media platforms more than others, which is why I think a lot of people prefer TikTok than Instagram or whatever have you. But I kind of like that when you're in your 30s and upwards, you've been here enough and you've been through enough and you know the consequences of things enough to be like, not consequences, but you know the consequences of like hiding yourself enough to be like, I just need to do my thing.
Yeah.
And that creates an internal, the way you move in life is completely different. So yeah.
Oh, and you know you're a baddie or a zaddy when you're finer than you were in your 20s. Than you were in your 20s. I feel like a lot of people, I've come across a lot of people that have definitely glowed up in their 30s and like a lot more finer than they were in their 20s. I think I definitely have.
Yeah.
I was looking at pictures from when I was in my 20s. Oh, child.
You are fine as hell now.
Thank you. I'm trying. But still, it's a process before you come in the comments. It's a process.
Why would they come in our comments? Anyway.
I don't know. I attack people before they even think about it. But yeah, I definitely think I've become way finer in my 30s. And I think I've seen a lot more people within our age group who are way finer than they were in their 20s. I think it comes again from going back like confidence, finding yourself, finding what works for you as well, not kind of being led by a particular trend or how you think society wants you to look.
Also, can I just say, COVID had a lot of us just rotting.
Round and 20.
When we got out of that, we said, yeah, never again.
And we had a lot more time to research.
Yeah.
That's when my blonde thoughts started coming in.
Fair.
Because my blonde thoughts started when I was bald as hell.
That was such a movement.
That was a thing. But yeah, I feel like, I feel like COVID definitely messed us up.
It just went. When we came out of that, we said we're not doing this again.
But yeah, I do find I've seen a lot more women. Even when I'm like scrolling on TikTok and then someone will mention the age like I'm 30, so I'm like, oh my God.
You look good.
You're fine.
Yeah, man.
You're fine.
Yeah. Like half of the fitness girlies that we follow
are
gorgeous.
Beautiful babies.
My last one would be skin. Skin and us being more aware of skincare, going to the dermatologist, being, again, as you said, like being more mindful of what we eat, drinking water, Skin, sometimes I be looking at people and all I hear, because I'm just mesmerized by the skin. Like, you look airbrushed in real life.
Honestly.
Gorgeous
Tracy Ellis
people.
Ross has lovely skin.
She's just amazing.
I love her.
So yeah, those are our stuff about what we think makes baddies and zaddies. Please comment and let us know what you think as well, because we care.
Shall we move on to Reddit Realness real quick? Because we have 2 minutes. Right, Reddit Realness. Got period on boyfriend's mattress and now he won't talk to me anymore. So your boyfriend's a bitch. I, female 24, woke up this morning and got my period a week early. I had spotting yesterday, but chalked it up to missing a birth control pill and went to bed without a tampon/pad. Ooh, girl, you messed up there. I was sleeping with my boyfriend, 23 male, at his apartment. His mattress and sheets are stained and I'm working to get them out. He is mad and hasn't talked to me for a few hours, saying that he doesn't believe the stain will come out. I obviously feel bad, but there's no way I could have predicted this. And as a woman, this feels like it's pretty low stakes. Am I the asshole? Does my boyfriend have the right to be mad? No, he doesn't. Does he not know that he's in a relationship with a woman? And also, M&S stain remover wipes. Trust me, I know. I stay using them.
Why would you even?
This is
level of immaturity has been insane.
Sometimes men were expensive. They've never been around women before.
Yeah.
Period. Staying on your period is normal. It is normal, especially when you're lying down. Sometimes I feel like, I don't know, sometimes I'll be lying down here and that thing be traveling up my butt crack.
Yeah, of course.
Like that thing will be traveling. And I could wear the most secure pad.
Just feel it just doing.
Yeah, I'm just like, why is my... You feel it. Like things happen. Like, if he's like this now, in marriage, imagine in marriage, please, man, your guy's immature. Your guy is so immature.
Obviously, they said he's 23, so he is immature. But like this, he's immature for his age.
He's
specific.
aged.
That is specific.
This is given. I've never had pussy before. This is crazy. I don't even know. Have your parents even spoken to you about periods?
Because why would one behave like that?
Sex education. They ain't never tell you that we bleed once a month.
And like normally, if the mother's around, the mother will kind of have a conversation when she sees that the boy is now around women. Do you know how to treat them respectfully?
Yeah. Not all parents.
Fair.
We like to assume, but not all parents.
I
Some of them
mean,
are enabling these boys.
and that is a problem because you wouldn't want to be with someone who doesn't have the awareness.
Yeah. But no, you're not in the wrong. He has no right to be mad. He's being immature. No offense. Yes, it's annoying that you have a stain in your mattress. Anyone will get annoyed. Like, no, like, it's annoying.
It's an annoying thing, but it's
an
not
annoying
something to be
thing,
annoyed
But
at.
it's not something to be annoyed at you
Yeah.
about. It's annoying that there's a stain on the mattress because it is hard to get stains out of the mattress. That's why I had to get the M&S stain remover wipes, which are really good if you act quickly. They're really good. But he's immature for being mad at you. It's something that you can't help. Things happen. You can wear the most secure pad. If that blood has decided that it wants to attack that mattress, I tell you, there has been incidents where I've been so secure as a front to back pad, as it might as well be a maternity pad. And I've risen up and just a little dip there. How did you get out? When the blood wants to escape. When the blood wants to escape.
It will.
It will. It's not you.
Yeah, man. Like, it's just immaturity. You've got like, no, you're not the arsehole. And just speak to him about the way he's behaving because it's insane. The fact that you even feel bad, this should never happen. You shouldn't feel bad.
Yeah.
He just needs to educate himself on
Please.
women. Read a book. At very least.
I'm assuming he's planning to get married one day or be in a long-term relationship. Your girlfriend or wife is going to bleed and sometimes it might stain the mattress. Get over it. Don't make a big deal about it.
Yeah, it's weird. For something so natural.
Very weird.
We've been dealing with this stuff for what? 10 years at very least. Please.
You'll be fine.
Should we go into
Adult finds of the week?
There we go.
My adult find of the week is this nice little 2-piece set that I got. Obviously, I'm sitting down, so you can't really see it, but it's like a cropped shirt kind of situation. It's kind of linen and a matching like white bobble skirt-ish thing that I got from Tesco, actually, surprisingly. I just thought it was quite nice for the summer. It's like, it's airy, it's white, it's a bit different. I thought I should try something new, and I think it was a pretty good price point. I think the skirt's 22 and the top is 18. But yeah, I recommend for anyone that's looking for like a milkmaid kind of look. I'm wearing it with some ballerina pumps that you probably can't see again because I'm sitting down. But yeah, I think it's a nice one for summer. So I recommend that. That's my adult find of the week today.
It looks very airy as well. Like it lets you
Thanks.
breathe. My adult find of the week is a place in Brixton called Jefferson's Ice Cream.
Oh, I saw that. It looks great.
Okay.
What?
Because you normally eat me alive for that.
What?
For the ice cream.
Why?
Because where's the salad? Or you want to talk about
but
salad?
you stop doing, trying to form yourself as health babe now. So as long as you're living your truth.
So, guys, I got the Celebration Ice Cream Cake Cup. So it's funfetti cake, strawberry compote. I got it with 2 flavors of ice cream, a lovely cornflake caramel ice cream, and a dark chocolate ice cream, which is a vegan option. And then it comes with party crumb and whipped cream. And I think it's about £10 for the cup. God.
It sounds nice.
It is wondrous. I've never tasted anything like it.
Do they have banana pudding ice cream?
No.
I'm still trying to find that.
What, banana pudding or banana pudding ice cream?
Banana pudding ice cream.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know where it would. It seems like one of those places that would, because they do make ice cream on. So sorry, Jefferson's make the ice cream on the in the shop itself.
I'm gonna go there.
So yeah, they've always got like a viral. So I think this unique one is the cornflake caramel they've got going, and they've got a brookie. They've always got like a different kind of thing. So I could imagine at one point they would have had matcha, that type of vibe. It's one of those type of places.
Okay.
But yeah, fantastic, guys. It's summer. It's getting warm. Get yourself a little treat. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to check them out. Anyway, guys, that brings us to the end of this episode, which means I'm about to do what? I'm about to beg. If you enjoyed this episode and you're watching on YouTube, guys, please, I feel like I've been begging for the longest. Please subscribe. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers so that we can make our £1 and put it towards making more great content for you. On top of that, like and comment, actually. Yeah, I messed myself up because I said subscribe first, but you get what I mean. Like, please, thumbs up, and also comment. What makes you a zaddy or a baddie? What makes people age gracefully? What do you think is like one of the like key factors that makes people age gracefully? Let us know your thoughts. If you're watching or listening on Spotify or on Apple and you enjoyed this episode, give us a 5-star rating. It helps us to get discovered on the platform so more people can join the gang. You can find us on We Just Got Here Pod on Instagram, We Just Got Here Podcast on TikTok, and WJGH Podcast on Twitter. By the way, thank you so much for 2,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
Cute. Thank you very much for that. Another milestone achieved. Now let's try and get the YouTube numbers to match, eh? You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Steph Chigboo. I would probably just post a picture of me going to the gym. And maybe an odd picture of my cat. But definitely more clips from the podcast. So follow if you want to see more of that. Tia, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Tia Honey Roberts, all other socials at MSTIAROBERTS.
And that brings us to the end of this episode. See you next week, guys.
Bye, guys.